Hello, Back Talkers!
And welcome to another episode.
We have a special show lined up for you today. With all the craziness that's going on in the U.S., we're going to be chatting about why we moved to Canada.
And stick around until the end because we'll be playing
Canada Multiple Choice, eh? So stay tuned. Talkers, I'm André.
And I'm John.
And you're watching Back Talk, the show that'll make you think,
laugh,
and realize you're definitely not as crazy as some of them damn folks out there. Shit.
Because of this special episode on why we moved to Canada.
But first, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment below, and hit that notification bell to be notified of new videos that come your way.
And please share with like-minded friends and family.
Our featured product of the day is Karen Law, real estate broker.
Karen can provide marketing strategies to sell your house for top dollar. She'll help with listings and provide real estate tips on what's happening here in the market.
If you want to sell or buy property, Karen is the one to contact. She's been featured in the National Post, Toronto Star, and Toronto Life. So, tell Karen that we referred you.
But no, by introducing you and you buying or selling property in the Greater Toronto Area, we will receive a gift card as part of her team's referral service.
That's right. But now,
let's jump into the hot seat.
And all I'm getting back from you is lip flap and back talk.
Another hot seat.
Another hot seat.
So this is our, what episode is this? Episode 21. We have one more episode to go before the season is over. So be sure to watch next week to see what all goes down for our finale. So today's show is why we moved to Canada. So to give you a little backstory, we physically moved to Toronto, Canada around January 3rd, 2017. But we actually established our apartment December 1st of 2016. Why Canada? So, for me, a lot was going on in 2016.
You remember 2016?
Yeah, a lot was going on. So, first off, Prince passed away in April of 2016. And if you don't know, Prince was like my world. He has been a part of my life since 1978 when he first started. I think I was like maybe 5 years old when I was introduced to his music and fell in love with him. And ever since then, I have every album. I went to my first concert in 1982 or 83, and I've been to every show since then. And you know, when I was a flight attendant, I was able to fly around the world to see him in certain places. So he's always been a part of my life. Also during that time for me, friendships were ending. I had friends that I had for years, and you know, things just didn't work out. So I lost a lot of friendships. And then the ultimate thing was Trump was elected president. And I think that was just the straw that broke the camel's back.
Coup de grace.
Exactly. And you know, as a black man living in the U.S. during 2016, it was really rough. And so I wanted to buy a gun to protect myself. And I'm the kind of person that, you know, if you look at me wrong or, you know, if I feel like you're going to be threatening me, I was going to have to use it. And living in the D.C., Virginia area, you're allowed to carry guns. They're open state places. So I said, you know what? I think it's time for me to go. If it's getting to this point to where black men are being shot for just eating dinner, or just walking down the street, then, you know, I don't want to be in this country anymore. I am really tired. So at that point, I was ready to go.
I probably could have stayed in the States if it had been just my decision alone. But I don't. We loved the DC metropolitan area.
Yes.
Really loved it.
Yes.
But what really disturbed me is a few months before the election, we did a little drive through some of the area outside of where we lived. And an hour and a half outside of where we lived at the time, we came upon a Confederate flag rally.
Right.
And I have never felt endangered living in the United States. Well, in all the years I lived in California, until that moment. And I know that there's racism and prejudice all across the U.S., but that was the first time I actually was scared.
It was time for me to go. I just said I had enough. Something was telling me that I needed to leave and that I was either going to go with John or without John. And I love him dearly. But do you know that when you get that calling, like though you're not supposed to be somewhere and you have to fulfill this, or else I believe that I would either be dead or I would be in jail because of something I would do to somebody else just from getting the wrong reaction or maybe even the right reaction. I just needed to go.
So what places were you looking at
So
to get out of the U.S.?
So my intention was to either go to Japan, the Netherlands, or come to Canada. My first preference would have been to go to the Netherlands. I love Amsterdam. And I know that they have problems there too, as everywhere. But I really wanted to be in Amsterdam. But I also was willing to go to Japan just because I love it there. I went there years ago and spent a lot of time there. I had layovers there all the time, and I was there almost every week. So I really enjoyed being there. And I thought, you know what, I could live here. And, you know, even though it's a homogenous society, you know, I hear lots of stories of people who are just comfortable, especially African Americans. You're comfortable there. You know, you learn the culture, you learn the language, and, you know, you become a part of the society. So anyway, John and I talked about moving to Japan or the Netherlands, Canada, if Trump was elected. And so I did a lot of in-depth research into moving here. And that was be it being a seasonal resident, temporary resident, or permanent resident, or even getting our citizenship here. So this is the thing. We came across Karen Law. Every time I would do a search for like apartments in Toronto,
Real estate broker.
her face kept popping up everywhere. It was
Every time you turned around.
Exactly.
There's Karen Law.
So here I am writing down.
Who is this Karen Law?
Exactly. So I'm writing down these real estate agents, and I tell you, she kept popping up everywhere. I'm telling you, her advertising funds paid off because I contacted her, and we told her our situation. And so she connected us to Raj, which was an associate of hers, and he helped us schedule like apartments for showings and things like that. So
we took a preliminary trip in
Right.
September of 2016 to
Yes.
check out Toronto.
Yes.
Which is
on our
Canada's
anniversary weekend.
Yeah, Canada's largest city and one of the largest cities in North America, if you don't know.
And so we told him that, so anyway, we arrived, he picked us up from our hotel, he took us around the places to show us apartments, and he was letting us know how to get here and live and things like that. We were so appreciative of him.
And I'll mention here that Canada was the first choice for us, and it was appealing, and Toronto specifically, because respect for diversity and multiculturalism is institutionalized here in Canada in a way that it is not in the U.S. So that was very appealing. Toronto is an extremely diverse city, major metropolitan area with lots of culture, interesting place. And for me, it was also closer than Japan or somewhere in Europe, so that I could still be in closer contact with my family in the States.
So we told Raj, if Trump is elected, we're coming.
Yeah, I don't think he believed us.
I don't think that he believed us, but people who know me, when I tell you I'm going to do something, I am going to do it. So, he didn't know us from a hole in the wall. So, the next question is, how did we move? Well, this is the thing. The day that Trump was elected, I called our Virginia realtor, and I told her that, you know what, we're going to sell. We're moving. We don't want to be here.
We want to get out of here.
Get out of here. So then, when we went to bed, Hillary was ahead. And we thought that by the time that we woke up in the morning, which was like going to be 5 hours later or so, because we stayed up watching, what was happening, that she would win.
Even though, he had suspicions that Trump was going to win. But then when we saw that on election night, we thought, oh, okay, well, maybe we're safe after all.
So John woke up and was getting ready to go to work. And he turned over to me and said, he won. I said, no, he didn't. He said, he did. I said, he did not.
And I felt sick to my stomach.
He did.
I was physically ill.
Was.
Because I knew that it symbolized the degeneracy of the country into something frightening.
And John went off to work. I called our realtor, told her that we want to sell our condo. This was in the middle of winter was coming up. And she says, you know what, Andre, though?
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. Nobody's going to want to buy anything, though, in the winter time. I didn't care. I was ready to go.
And 3 weeks later?
3 weeks later, we sold our condo, we sold our car, we sold our personal items, and we sent the message to Raj telling him that, though, we were ready. So Raj, the way that he worked was he would go and visit apartments and then take photos of places and then email them to us so that way that we can see them in real time and we can go yes or no. And so this was all in a matter of like just weeks, because remember the election happened in November, and 3 weeks in we had already signed our lease here in Toronto at our first place just by doing emails back and forth. He thought we was crazy. I know a lot of people thought we were crazy. And so between that time, we had began doing the paperwork and getting our cross-country truck ready and all that stuff to move our furniture.
And of course, we knew we couldn't move here permanently at first. We had to go through the process of immigrating and applying, which is a long process.
Right.
So we just decided we would be seasonal residents.
We flew to the Bay Area to see friends and family because we knew that we probably wouldn't be going back anytime soon. And yeah, that was it. And we made it work.
And then in January, we'd set up a home here, and it was good to go.
We now have permanent resident status. And so we are
God.
Yes, we are so excited. We got it in October of 2019. So it didn't take it was a long process and lots of work to get the paperwork done and to make things go through. Push things through and do stuff like that. But it really, we made this happen. We said that this is what we were going to do, and we did it. And Canada allowed us to come here and open up their arms to us. And we are so grateful. So we've decided now that with everything that we've been hearing up to now about what's going on back home in the U.S., that we are probably going to become full-fledged citizens in 2021. That's when we're allowed to be citizens and take the test and go through the process for that. And that will give us dual citizenship. So that would just be perfect. And what I want to do is say thank you to Karen and Raj and to IRCC, the Immigration Canada Services, and the people who were just so friendly and helped us through the process of coming here, and they knew our situation and how we felt. So we want to thank you so much.
And thank you to Canada. It's a great
Canada.
country. Canadians have many, many things to be proud of, and we're proud to now be part of that.
So anyway, that's it. To our Canadian friends And our friends back in the U.S., please be safe and get the hell out of there if you can. Figure out what you want to do, or start getting your priorities together and figure out what it is that you want and demand it. So, yes, and tired of all the shit that's been happening. This has been going on for centuries, So anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, cheers. You know what time it is? It's game time. It's game time! So today's game is called Canada Multiple Choice, eh? Well, let me get my wine too.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
So here's the first question.
Okay.
What is Canada's national bird? A, the blue jay. B, the gray jay. C, the Canada goose. Or D, the loon.
It'd be A, the blue jay.
Wrong.
What?
It's B, the gray jay.
Wow. Well, why is our team called the Blue Jays?
Just because the blue jay's prettier. I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Don't ask me.
The official phone number for Canada is A, 1-800-CELINE-DION. B, 1-800-O-CANADA. C, 1-800-CANADA-A. D, 1-800-SORRY. Which one?
I'll choose D, 1-800-SORRY.
1-800-O-CANADA.
And if you don't know, the sorry thing is because Canadians are so polite, they're always saying, oh, sorry. Always apologizing.
What?
Okay. Now, this is true or false. Not quite a multiple choice, but the U.S. once attacked Canada. True or false?
True. Twice.
Oh, that's true. Well, I was thinking of the one in June of 1812, during the War of 1812, when Canada was still part of Britain. American troops stupidly burned Parliament here in Toronto, which is why Britain retaliated by burning down Congress and the White House.
Wow.
So the U.S. got what was coming to it.
In 2012, Canada's immigration minister declared who was indeed a Canadian citizen. Prince, polar bears, Santa Claus, or Bullwinkle?
Prince.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus?
Letters to Santa Claus can be sent to Santa Claus, North Pole, HOHOHO, Canada.
He doesn't exist, though. How can he be a citizen?
Well, he was declared in 2012 a Canadian citizen.
Okay. Which animal is an official symbol of Canada? A, the Canada goose. B, the moose. C, the polar bear. Or D, the beaver.
Ooh. The moose.
No.
Oh!
The beaver.
We have a lot to learn.
Because of the long history of trade with beaver pelts back in the, what?
And my second choice was going to be beaver.
17th century, 18th century.
So, what is the most popular cheese in Canada? Cheddar cheese, hoghead cheese, Smega, dick cheese, what? Or moose cheese?
Cheddar cheese.
Yes.
The other ones would just sound too ridiculous.
On average, Canadians consume 23.4 pounds per person annually. I think it's because of the poutine fries.
Okay, well, now I know I'm Canadian because I love cheddar cheese. Canada supplies between 70 and 80% of which two food products for the world? A, maple syrup and corn. B, maple syrup and green lentils. C, maple syrup and canola oil. D, maple syrup and soybeans.
Maple syrup and lentils.
How did you know?
Because that was one of mine.
I know the maple syrup, of course, that seems obvious, but the lentils, that's a real surprise.
Yeah. Canada is the first country in the world to create a landing pad specifically for Tron's Recognizer flying craft, Star Wars' Millennium Falcon, Star Trek's USS Enterprise, or UFOs.
UFOs.
Yes.
Why?
It's located in St. Paul, Alberta, and was opened in 1967. I know.
Whatever's had any visitors. True, false. Canada has a polar bear prison.
False.
True.
Oh!
In Churchill, Manitoba, there's a holding facility for troublesome polar bears that need to be relocated.
Aww.
Sometimes there are more polar bears in the town than people.
Wow. What pizza was invented by an Ontario man? Canadian pizza, poutine pizza, Hawaiian pizza, or pepperoni pizza?
Poutine pizza.
Hawaiian pizza.
No way.
Yes, he invented the Hawaiian pizza. It's not invented in Hawaii.
Whoa. Who knew? What year did the first recorded black person come to Canada?
Oh, gosh.
A, 1608, B, 1713,
Oh! What was the last two?
C, 1793, or D, 1821.
I have to say A. 1609?
1608,
1608.
an African came and served as an interpreter of the Mi'kmaq language.
See?
An African knew Mi'kmaq, which was one of the First Nations people's languages.
Wow. Is he the guy from Greenland? He might be the guy from Greenland, I think. Who came
I don't
over.
know.
I think that might be him.
But
The black guy in the-
1608,
Yeah.
that's before Jamestown in the U.S.
Franklin, you need to give us more damn time. Shit. So, anyway, thank you for watching. We will see you next week with another episode. Actually, it's going to be our finale.
The finale!
The finale. 22 episodes. Can you believe that? So, anyway, we'll see you next week.
But before we go, here is our feel good of the week. Mama's Pizza Delivery Service. This is Andre's Pizza Delivery Service story here in Canada from February 2020.
When John was away on a trip, I decided to order a pizza for delivery. And my plan was to pay for it with my debit card. But the Wi-Fi system started acting up and my transaction wouldn't go through. Well, to my surprise, the delivery guy said, "You know what? Enjoy your pizza, and when you're done, give me a call and you can handle the transaction over the phone." Now, you know, my black ass in the United States, they would have took that damn pizza away and said that when your credit card can go through, that's when you can get your damn pizza. So I want to send out a huge prop to Mama's Pizza on Queens Quay. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you trusting me. That made me feel really special.
And that's one of the reasons that we love Canada.
Yes. So, if you'd like to help support the show, be sure to check out our Back Talk merch. Links are in the description box below.
And then take a selfie wearing or holding the merchandise. But, oh, I do have my glasses on. For some reason, I didn't think I had my glasses on. And then take a selfie wearing or holding the merchandise.
But first, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and let us know which country you would move to get the hell out of the U.S.
And don't forget that thumbs up button.
That's right.
Hashtag Backtalk.
Well, that's it for this week. Be sure to tune in next time, and remember,
Always have an opinion.
Louis.
I don't know how to do that.
Do it.
Oh!
Well, what are we supposed to say next?
And
don't be afraid to backtalk. Cheers. Hello, Backtalkers. I'm Andre.
And I'm John.
And you're watching... Take it easy now. Hello, Backtalkers. I'm Andre.
And I'm Benjamin Franklin.